Okay, some of you guys know I am a big fan, big friend, big supporter of Mike Winger. And Mike Winger is doing some incredible work with regards to exposing some of the cover-up culture, specifically, and this irks me to say this, but specifically in charismatic circles, circles that I run adjacent in or sometimes run in. And Mike Winger also, many people don't know this about him, is charismatic. He believes that the gifts are for the spirit of today. We probably both consider ourselves charismatic with a seatbelt. And as he's been uncovering just some of the crazy cover-up culture in some of these adjacent circles, a lot of people are coming from. I wanted to react to this. I wanted to react to this because I want there to be a line in the sand that the cover-up has to stop. And that regardless of who I'm friends with, we have to stop this stuff. And I got Mike's back, and I hope you got Mike's back. The video he did regarding this is heavy. It's dark, and I think this stuff needs to be talked about from people that actually love the church. Okay, because if we don't hold our own accountable, the world is gonna do a way worse job. So. This video came out. He says, I'm being slandered so bad right now. And there's a CTA at the end of this, but let's let Mike Winger unpack this for us.
I'm being absolutely slandered online and in backroom, behind the scenes conversations. And I want to talk to you about it. It's very important to me to get this out. Please watch till the end. The actual most important bit really is on the end. I never say that, guys. That's not a gimmick. I want you to get the point. The point is not to slander against me.
You know it's serious when Mike has to hop on his phone. He didn't even, jump in the studio. He hopped on his phone, went straight to the people directly to share some of this stuff.
Me, it's something else. So I've come out with video after video, this year in particular, exposing predators in the church. By and large, the cover-up culture, especially in the charismatic church, that supports and upholds or is at least culpably silent about these predators, they're not happy. Okay, they're not happy.
The silent part is the most frustrating part. Like I think, what is that quote? The only thing that it takes for evil to prevail is for good men to do nothing. The silence when there's actual abuse is by far the most infuriating for someone like me.
Doing the only thing they can do, because I've brought evidence and witnesses and testimony and tons of stuff to try to prove these things. I've vetted this stuff behind the scenes before the fact.
Yeah, 1 Timothy 5, and I'm sorry for keep cutting Mike off. 1 Timothy 5 talks about how there shouldn't be an accusation over an elder without 2 or 3 witnesses, right? And there's a lot of witnesses in this whole thing.
This is why I'm not being sued by anybody right now. But the only thing they have left to do is just attack my character. Make sure that my name is mud, that I'm in the dirt, so that, and this is a reality, there are people I talk to on a regular basis who want to help me uncover cover-up culture, but who are afraid to go on my channel to do it, not because they're afraid to go public, but because they're afraid to be associated with Mike Winger now. That's right. Now, I sometimes will call people for whatever reason. I'll reach out to a ministry, a leader, and I sometimes don't even get a call back now. Now, that might seem arrogant to you. Like, I'm just saying I would always get a call back, and now I don't. And so that is a big shift, because behind the scenes, the things that are being said about me, they're not always, Mike was wrong, Mike lied. There are things like, well, Mike was out of order. Well, Mike didn't go to them Matthew 18, even though I've talked about this ad nauseum in my videos. I've done it over and over again, but they don't watch the videos. They counsel people, I wouldn't really watch that. He's a little off. I sense something in my spirit about him.
Oh, that's the worst. I sense something in my spirit off about him. Oh, I just don't know. This sort of stuff is so it's so gaslighting, man, because there's actual stuff that needs to be addressed. And in these things needing to be addressed, it brings a cleansing to the capital C church, if you will. And so then to do these weird underhanded things with regard to what Mike Winger's doing and, I don't know about that guy, it's so cringe.
There's something wrong with that guy. It's these kinds of like long distance assassinations that have no evidence, and they never come to me and do Matthew 18, even though they say they want me to do it to them. They never do it. They just gossip behind my back.
Yeah, and that's a double standard. Matthew 18 is within the context of a local church. When there's public sin and public abuse or public false teaching, you don't always have to go to the person privately, right? That's, I think, the conflation of Matthew 18. Now, to be above board, I know Mike almost always goes to people privately. I know whenever I've had to address some things on my channel, I've always approached people publicly. Right now, I'm talking a lot about the woke right. I'm talking about Nick Fuentes. And I've intentionally reached out. I've been reaching out to this dude since 2022, okay? Trying to have a conversation with him. And folks don't ever want to have the conversations, which to me, I don't know. I don't know what that says about them as people, but I always think it's interesting that people want to hold folks to Matthew 18, but then when you do your best to walk out Matthew 18 and that is not reciprocated, then you're slandered and you're told you're in sin. The hypocrisy is just ridiculous.
Or they make videos. Patricia King made a video really hammering me, never using my name, but everybody knows what she's talking about. Hammering me, well, Todd White did this, did a bunch actually hammering me. And this...
it's like subliminal disses in rap songs. You're sending shots, but you don't want to say the person's name. Like, just say his name. Just say his name. Or better yet, have a conversation with him. Or better yet, repent and apologize for the buffoonery that you participated in.
Kind of thing is going on over and over again. Now, here's a few things, three things, and this is three super important things. One, I don't personally care. I'm not hurt. I'm not upset. I'm not staying up at night. I am like, whatever. Anybody who's going to have a big impact in the world, and by God's grace, I want to try to do that, is going to have a lot of rumors and things like this. Jesus was lied about. I'm certainly not Jesus. He was far greater than me in every possible conceivable way. And he was slandered and lied about. Of course, I'm going to get stuff like that too. The second thing is this. I'm going to keep going. And I want you guys to just be aware of the people who are helping behind the scenes to push cover-up culture, to keep doing it and showing people. Basically, I want you to see this stuff and recognize that leader. It's not like I'm going to fly off the handle. I'm just going to recognize you will not call out the wolf in your midst when you have a ton of evidence about it, but you will call out the people calling him out.
Darkness.
Yeah, this constant need to not call out your own, not call your own foul, not call the folks on your team, but then to be critical of a Mike Winger just reeks of folks that don't have just scales. And I don't like that hypocrisy in the least. I think it's awful. I think it's dangerous. I think it's harmful to the body.
That's all I need to know. That's all I need to know. Because if you were just silent about everything, but no, behind the scenes, the whispers, the backbiting, my intuitions about Mike and this and that. Now, here's the real reason why this video is going up. Here's why I could have made this video a long time ago. Me and my cat could have made this video a long time ago, but we didn't. We didn't talk about this. Here's the reason why. Because I just exposed Stephen Coco, the predator of Panama. We have 4.5 hours of video that I know many of you have not seen. I encourage you to watch even the first 5 minutes of it. But
yeah, I started that video. It's really heavy. I had no idea who this guy is, but apparently, I mean, this has been going on. There's actual victims, actual testimonies, actual documented abuse. And as that's coming out, these women are now being attacked.
But I have a better idea right now. And I'll tell you why, what it is. But first, I got to tell you why. The slander I get is not that big of a deal to me. I have a loud voice, and I have over 10 years of online ministry. People know me. People who actually care, who actually want to look at my content,
right.
They know who I really am. And when they hear this stuff, if they care, it's easy for them to figure out that it's not true. They can watch the videos themselves. They could see the heart behind it. They could see the spirit behind it. The slander against me is not that big of a deal. It's against the victims, because when you slander the person who's standing for the victims, you are slandering the victims themselves. When you slander Mike Winger because he's helping to expose Steve Coco, which is happening right now, you slander the women who Coco was a predator to, who he targeted and groomed and abused. That's a big deal.
Yeah. And so, guys, check out Mike's video on this. This is the video exposing. So this is a long one. I'm not gonna get into this. So actually, this is a Minor Prophets video that just went out with 2 of the pastors that are attempting to hold this dude accountable. And then here is Mike's original video about this. Now, I watched the first 15 minutes of this. This is really heavy stuff. With the victims giving their testimonies about this dude that's, like, by all measurable accounts, seems like a predator in Panama. And it is awful. It is awful what's happening. And I've never heard of this guy until this. But again, the issue isn't that there's abuse happening. The issue is that there's abuse happening. No one is holding this dude accountable. He's not allowing himself to be held accountable. And then there are people who are covering it up. And that has to stop. So go check out these videos. And again, if you see this stuff creeping into your own circles and your own streams of Christianity, if you will, I think this stuff needs to be called out. And I think it's healthy and I think it's necessary. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end. If you liked it, then hit the like button. If you liked it a lot and have a thought to share, leave a comment. If you are listening to this on the podcast app, make sure to leave a review. And you could even leave a comment over there. And if you want to watch another video that is recommended just for you, hit this video over here. Let me know if they nailed it. Also, you can partner with us monthly, which helps us out a lot in our monthly community. Get access to early drops and all that kind of good stuff over here. All right, I'll see you over there. Peace.